and the Minnesota Vikings. Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Vikings ready to go to work, led out by their quarterback in his third year wearing purple, 9th year overall in the NFL, a Pro Bowler in Kirk Cousins.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stand an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Cousins on first down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
First carry down for Alexander Madison. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the Bears take over.
At their own 30-yard line.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10, right at the 30. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. He'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
At the 41-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 12, operating from the 39. Now it's Trubisky. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for the loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
Lets this one rip toward Graham, and that's caught inside the 35. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 81 yards, and a touchdown.
They've got a nice scheme going right now, and they run the football pretty well. In fact, I was talking with him on the field before the game, and he said he's starting to hear from the guys ahead of him on the rushing yardage total, and they want to know if he's going to jump up there and join them at the top of the list.
And he's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal.
From the 2, here's first and goal.
They'll run through it with Montgomery. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
Down just shy of the goal line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal.
On second down now, it's Patterson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. This Minnesota D up to the task on the third down pass play.
Intended for Allen Robinson. Incomplete.
You can already start to hear this crowd. They're saying, go for it.
Yeah, have we ever been at a game where you've heard the crowd go, field goal, field goal?
No, I have not. That's a good point.
Yeah, they always want to go for it, and I think they've got the right idea right now. The way they've moved the ball in this drive, I wouldn't stop that momentum. Go get it.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears have taken the early lead.
Lining up for the extra point.
Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10.
The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Give all that credit defensively to Khalil Mack. A great stop in the backfield.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
The numbers for him from a week ago. 15 carries, 53 yards.
And, partner, I thought it was a lot of fun for us to be able to sit in on their film session with the offensive line. We saw how they blocked it up last week. It's a pretty good success. And we see what their game plan is for this week. They expect that defensive front to be someone they can move.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Bears 7, Vikings nothing.
Here's Madison running on first down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured bear on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll run it with Madison. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 35. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short. Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. Rudolph on the receiving end from Cousins. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And 8 yards.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a 2nd down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
a good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
This defense is really fooling around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
7, Vikings 3.
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
The Bears take over 1st and 10.
So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They were losers a week ago to Tennessee, but they're on top right now as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller.
Complete.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
A 6 yards.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Trubisky. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
But we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
At the 41-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 2nd and 12, Trubisky. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. And with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Cousins now to throw on first down. And his throw is incomplete. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. First down, here's Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. That is caught. It's Tajay Sharp. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Throwing again on second down. Cousins looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Roughing the passer defense.
Can't do that.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. To the air again, it's Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Again, it's Cousins. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
Incomplete on the throw.
Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Game 6.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 29.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. And he's got Miller. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Trubisky to throw again. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6.
Vikings 6.
So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal. Not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Now Abdullah, the return. So we've reached halftime. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. Patterson on the carry. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But a short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter.
To throw again on second down. Trubisky. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And Gen's got it. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 31-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Again, it's Trubisky. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
That's another Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
On first down, Patterson. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal.
A pickup of 2 brings up second and goal.
On second down, Montgomery. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal.
Brought down.
2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being forward.
And Miller will pull this one in. He's got it for the Bears. Touchdown. Anthony Miller, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bears will extend their lead. Circle that drive, because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes, because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Now Abdullah, the return.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Vikings take over first and 10. At their own.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Get quickly to Thielen here. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brings up
nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has a real priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
He can run for it, and he will. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up fourth.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he got great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. On first down, Trubisky. They'll find Miller. That's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
A gain of a yard.
The Bears on third down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Gerald Patterson. That's good for a Chicago.
I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now Trubisky to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky as the Bears push further out in front. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25 yards.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession.
And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. The throw over the middle, taken in. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First down, Vikings.
A first down throw for Cousins. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
It's a gain of
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll throw again. Cousins. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
2nd and 11.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Cousins again. Throw left side, complete to Sharp. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
No, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
Coverage on the play.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Cousins on 1st down.
To Jefferson on the slant.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And it's caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kyle Rudolph. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. A 1st down and then some for Montgomery. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Minnesota. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now here's a throw that's taken in by Tajay Sharp, and he goes out right around the 39. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
It's a pickup.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Rudolph on the receiving end from Cousins, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He's going to let it fly. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
12-yard line.
They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
He'll be upended at the 18. That's a very helpful pickup of 9 after the play began at the 9.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Tonight's
So this one in the win column.